A sudden tragedy near a small airport ended not only a young man's life, but a growing family's future. A small plane crashed shortly after takeoff in Beverly, Massachusetts on June 19, 2025, killing the pilot and critically injuring one passenger. The pilot, Geoffrey Andrews, was preparing to welcome his first child with his wife, making the devastating loss especially profound. The plane, identified as a Mooney M20F, went down near Beverly Regional Airport on San Fonso Drive within an industrial area. Authorities stated the aircraft had just departed for Ticonderoga Municipal Airport in New York. Witnesses reported seeing a puff of smoke, suggesting a possible engine failure, followed by a gradual left-hand descent before the crash. The Federal Aviation Administration and the National Transportation Safety Board are investigating, with a preliminary report expected within 2 weeks. In a statement, the victim's family expressed gratitude to the investigators and extended their prayers to the injured passenger. They also shared that Geoffrey had worked as a staff scientist at MIT Lincoln Laboratory and previously earned degrees from Lehigh University and Purdue University. Furthermore, he was passionate about flight and was actively training to become a certified instructor. On Facebook, his wife, Geoffrey Andrews, revealed more about the circumstances in a tribute. She said Geoffrey had taken off on what was likely to be his last camping trip before the baby's arrival. Encouraged by her, he was looking forward to spending time in nature with friends. Witness accounts from the tower confirmed that the plane experienced a serious engine issue shortly after departure. She added that Geoffrey's response followed proper procedures, but the aircraft went down regardless, killing him on impact. He also tried to save his passenger until the last moment. In the post, Geoffrey went on to describe their relationship as effortless and profoundly meaningful. She called him her rock and dearest friend, sharing that he was her source of joy and strength. She expressed that she was heartbroken, especially for their daughter, who is due in October. Sharing this life with him has been the greatest gift, except for our daughter who will be here in a short 3 months. She will be a new source of light, joy, and hope, she wrote. Additionally, Geoffrey had always immersed himself in the world of aerospace engineering and dreamed of becoming an astronaut one day. He flew planes before he could drive, performed aerobatics, volunteered as a glider tow pilot, and once worked as a ferry pilot during graduate school. Recently, he had also taken up teaching as a visiting lecturer at his alma mater, Lehigh University. According to Geoffrey, outside of work, he had many interests like history, cooking, and scuba diving. He was also handy with tools and had been working on restoring their 1883 Victorian home. Moreover, he was known for having a unique style, as he always wore bow ties, a habit that began after completing his PhD. Geoffrey added, Geoffrey could always be seen sporting his bow tie and a smile. I am already immensely grateful for the outpouring of support I have received and for the community of people who I know will carry me through this time of healing, she wrote. His funeral will be held soon and details will follow. Other tributes poured in from friends and colleagues who were stunned by the loss. Hedel Rathor, who met him through Purdue's aerospace program and their shared involvement in aviation clubs, remembered his brilliance and passion. Geoffrey seemed to be living many lives at the same time, and I was constantly amazed by how one person could possibly do so many things so well, she wrote. Hedel also highlighted his STEM outreach work, including activities with elementary and middle school students. Additionally, she emphasized how deeply he cared for others and wrote, he would have been an incredible father to his baby girl on the way. Another friend, Michelle O'Toole, shared memories of their time in the college band, recalling how Geoffrey infused humor and imagination into everything. Even boring tasks, such as our responsibilities as band executives, could be transformed by his unique spin on life, she expressed. From creating conspiracy theories about mole people to naming a praying mantis Cornelius, she said Geoffrey had a singular way of turning life into a joyful adventure. Additionally, the Gentle Giant Rowing Club, where Geoffrey had rowed, also honored him. They described him as always welcoming to newcomers and someone who maintained a smile no matter how the session went. In response to the tragedy, his uncle Simon Andrews launched a GoFundMe campaign to support Gentry and the baby. The page recounts Geoffrey's dedication to flight and science, his love of music, nature, photography, and his role as a source of strength for Gentry, especially after the recent loss of her mother, Marcia. Geoffrey's beautiful mind was only surpassed by his beautiful heart, one line reads. The fundraiser had collected nearly $80,000 of its $90,000 goal as of this writing. At this time, we offer our sincere condolences to Geoffrey's family and loved ones.